Hello yogis, welcome to this week's practice. I have been a little bit under the weather this week, and so I decided for this week I'm going to do a very gentle, short, more like a yin or restorative practice for you guys today. And this can be kind of a practice that you use when you just need a restorative practice, or these are also things that I suggest doing when you're not feeling tip-top, but just still getting on your mat and moving your body. So put on some calming music and get yourself a block or a blanket if you have one, and let's get started. So if you don't have a block, a blanket will work, but basically you just want to come to your comfortable seat, the front of your mat, with your legs just crisscrossed, and then what that does is it just kind of opens your hips a little bit more without being as harsh as being on the floor. So float your eyes closed, and then just start to fall into your breathing, deepening your inhales and your exhales. Feel yourself growing taller with every inhale. And feel those shoulder blades roll down your back on every exhale. Making sure still to keep your low belly pulled up and in. And place one hand on your chest, on your heart, and one on your belly. And as you breathe in, feel your chest rise, followed by your belly. And as you exhale, chest falls, and then pull that belly back towards your spine. Do that a couple more times on your own. Feeling your hands expand and contract with every motion. Drop your arms down to your thighs and do a couple of shrugging your shoulders and rolling those shoulder blades down your back. Inhale those shoulder blades up, shoulders up towards your ears, and then roll those shoulder blades down your back on your exhale. Bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then bring that left ear towards your left shoulder. Bring your head back up to center. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up overhead. Palms meet overhead. And then pull your hands down in front of your heart for prayer. Usually we take this time to set an intention. So set your intention, but also do sort of like a little visualization. So as you inhale, find the parts of your body that are maybe not feeling so great. And as you exhale, exhale out those bad feelings, whether it's pain or congestion. So visualize if you're sick or if you just have some soreness or inflammation, visualize that leaving your body with every exhale. And then float your eyes open, come off of your block, and you're going to come to hands and knees at the front of your mat. Spread your fingertips wide, hands shoulder width distance apart, and we're going to move into our cat and cow. So inhale, drop the belly, look up, tailbone high. Exhale, round your spine, pushing your shoulder blades away, belly button towards your spine. Inhale, arch the back. go through a couple more rounds on your own breath. And on your next inhale, tuck those toes. And then exhale, send your hips high, push back into downward facing dog. Press your right heel down to the floor, bend your left knee. And then switch, bending your right knee, pressing that left heel down towards the floor. And then press both heels down towards the floor, pulling that low belly in, pressing those shoulder blades down your back, chest towards your thighs. Head's relaxed here. Walk your feet up towards your hands, towards the front of your mat. We're going to inhale to a flat back here, hands on your shins, and exhale, forward fold, bend your knees a lot so your belly's all the way touching. You can even wrap your arms around their thighs, giving yourself a hug. And then leave your chest and your belly attached to your thighs and grab onto opposite elbows overhead. And then slowly straighten your knees if you can. Swing side to side if you need a little more dynamic. And drop your hands to the earth and roll all the way up to standing, rolling those shoulder blades back, and then stand in mountain pose. If you have a little bit of a cold and your equilibrium is off, find your balance, take a couple deep breaths. Place your left hand on your left thigh, sweep that right arm up and over, and stretch over to the left, stretching that right side body, opening that left rib cage. And come back up to center, right hand down to your thigh, sweep the left hand out and up, and stretch over to the right side, stretching that left rib cage open. And come back up into center, drop that left hand down, clasp your hands behind your back, roll those shoulder blades down your back, and then bow forward, stretching those shoulders back. Keeping a nice little bend in your left and your knees, not just your left one, both of them. And then release your hands down to your mat. Inhale one more time to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold, plant your palms, step it back to plank pose. Strong plank here for just a couple breaths. And then you're going to drop your knees down to the mat. Then bending your elbows ever so slightly, drop your chin in your chest, keeping those hips high. And then slide forward all the way down to your belly and press up into a baby cobra. Exhale back down to your chest. Push back all the way back into a child's pose. And sit back on your heels. And very slowly kind of round through that back with a cat arch in your back. Back up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes, send your hips high, downward facing dog. We're gonna move through that kind of spine undulation sequence again. So on your next inhale, pull it forward to a plank pose. Then drop your knees, chin and chest down to the floor, hips high. Then slide it forward to your belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, back down. Then push it back, child pose. Exhale. Then cat your back. Tuck your toes, send those hips high, downward facing dog. One more time, pull it forward into plank pose. Drop your knees, chin and chest down to the mat, hips stay high. Roll it forward onto your belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, back down to your belly. Push it back, child pose. And exhale, sit all the way back. On your next exhale, roll all the way up through cat. Tuck your toes, send your hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up towards the sky. Don't worry about stretching it too much here. Just working a little bit on that balance. But we're not working on flexibility or anything, just moving our body today. And pull that knee into your chest. Set your foot down between your palms. Set that left knee down. Inhale, come up to a low lunge. Again, not working so much on the flexibility. You're still staying engaged through that low belly. Maybe feeling a little bit of a stretch, but not so much that you're gonna be really working, getting your heart rate up here. We're just moving through some motions. Exhale your hands down to your mat around your foot. Inhale, twist open, right arm up towards the sky, chest towards your right thigh. And come up onto your fingertips of your left hand. Circle your right hand back behind you for a moment and then sweep it forward. Tuck your toes on that left foot, step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, bend those knees, roll all the way up to stand. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come to prayer center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over the legs. Forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step that left foot back. Right foot meets in plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Push up, baby cobra. Exhale, down to your belly. Push back through. Brief child pose. Then tuck your toes and press it up, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up towards the sky. Again, not for a big stretch, just for a little challenge to that balance and that core. Exhale, pull that knee into your chest. Place the foot between your palms. Set your right knee down. Inhale it up for an easy low lunge. Exhale your hands down to the mat. Plant that right hand. Twist that left hand up towards the sky. Chest towards your left thigh. And come up onto the fingertips of your right hand. Sweep that left hand back behind you and set it down. Tuck your toes of that right foot, step it up to meet your left. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, root to rise, roll all the way up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands meet heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive over legs, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step the right foot back. Left foot meets in plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, down to your belly. Push it back through child's pose. And tuck your toes, send your hips high, down facing dog. And breathe. Inhale your right leg up towards the sky again. Exhale, pull that right ankle towards your left wrist and set the knee down. Sit it back. If you want to use your block here for a more restorative pigeon pose, that is absolutely allowed. The goal is to have your shin parallel to the front of your mat, but wherever you land, where you can have your hips square and no pain in your knee or your hip, that's where you should be. Taking a deep breath with an upright pigeon here, and then slowly walk your hands forward over that right leg, pigeon pose. My favorite restorative pose. When you're ready, walk your hands back up towards your shin. Plant your palms. Tuck the left toes under. Shift it back to a three-legged dog. Move your block to the side. Pull that knee into your chest. Set the foot down between your palms. Come up for a breath, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down to the mat again. Step that left foot up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, rise all the way up. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands meet in heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms. Send the left foot back. Right foot back meets it. You can go through your same baby cobra, or you can transition to a chaturanga and up dog if you feel up to it. But do what's right for your body, and we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your left ankle towards your right wrist. Set your knee and your shin down. If you're using a block, place it right under your hips. Give yourself a little break. Bringing that chest nice and tall in king pigeon pose. And then walk your chest over your left leg and relax. Breathe into those hips. The hips are where we carry a lot of emotion. And I think there's a lot of emotions that go into being sick and not being able to do all the things that you think you should be. So wring out those emotions and then forgive yourself and give yourself a little grace. And be thankful for the things that you can do. Walk your hands back up towards king pigeon pose. Tuck your right toes under. Sweep that left leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Move your block out of the way. Exhale, pull that knee into your chest. Place the foot between your palms. Inhale up, crescent lunge for a breath. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step that right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up overhead. Hands meet in heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over your legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, step your right foot back. Step that left foot back to plank. Move through your vinyasa, whether you go all the way down to cobra or through chaturanga and up dog, whatever is right for you. Exhale it back to downward facing dog. Go ahead and drop down to your knees here, and then just come to a seated position with your feet out in front of you. Flex your feet, sit up nice and tall, and bow forward over those legs for a seated forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine for a moment, then exhale, fold over the legs. Take your right peace fingers around your left great toe, and you're going to just gently, like you're drawing an arrow, pull your elbow, your knee into your armpit, like you're drawing a bow. This is archer's pose. And exhale, stretch it out. Fold forward. One more time, pull that arrow back in the stretch in that hip. Forward fold. Now roll up your spine. You're going to place that right foot in as close as you can towards your sitting bone, but make sure your weight is even on both sitting bones. You're going to reach one arm. You're going to place your left hand behind you. Reach your right arm straight above. You're going to reach around inside of your right leg, and then if you can, do just a gentle bind, reaching around the back of your right hip with your left hand. Just a gentle bind. Twisting the spine, opening those shoulders. Continually try and lengthen that spine and deepen that twist. Then you're going to let go of your bind. Come out of that twist. Walk your right foot out just a little bit. Grab onto the knee and just a counter twist over to the right for a moment. And then lengthen that right leg out. Flex those feet, reach those arms up, and forward fold over those legs one more time. And do the same thing on the left leg. So peace fingers grab onto that left big toe. And you're going to draw your bow and arrow, pulling that left leg back. And exhale, forward fold. One more time, draw that knee back, draw your arrow. And then forward fold. Sitting up, bending that left knee, bringing it as close in to your sitting bones as you can, and then reground both sitting bones. Right hand's going to plant right behind you. Left arm's going to reach up, reach out and over towards your toes of your right foot, and then reach behind you with both hands for this nice and easy bind. Lengthening your spine. And then let go of that bind. Walk your left foot out just a little bit. grab your left arm with your right and just a little counter twist towards the left. You're going to just quickly open up to the side. So open that right leg up and just sweep those arms up. It doesn't have to be a wide straddle, but then just walk your hands out towards the middle. Get a little bit of an inner groin stretch. Spine stays long. Again, we're not trying to maximize flexibility, just trying to move our body. And this is a good time to find where your tensions are, find where you might be holding something, find where you feel like there might be still some inflammation or congestion. And then visualize it leaving your body as you exhale each time. Come on, back up to sitting. Bend your knees, pull back together. Now, if you're near a wall, we're gonna set up for Shavasana against the wall today. So it's one of my favorite things. If you have a blanket or a block, you can raise yourself up a little bit. I don't prefer to do that. So I'm gonna, basically what you're gonna do, and you can move your mat a little closer to the wall if you'd like. Actually, I think I might do that too. I wasn't going to, but so change it so your mat is long against the wall. And you're going to get your hips as close to the wall as you can. Lay yourself down. And this is called legs up the wall. And that's just a great release for that lower back, which can harbor a lot of tension when you're not feeling well either. Your hands can either be resting on your belly, you can have one on your heart and on your belly, or down by your side. Wherever feels good to you. When you're ready to come out of this pose, walk your feet down kind of so your knees are bent and then roll onto your right side. Scoot away from the wall for just a moment in the fetal position, making a pillow with your right arm. And then you're going to push yourself up to sitting. Finding that comfortable seat if you'd like to use your block again. Sitting up nice and tall. Feel how your body feels. See if there's any more space in your lungs. Maybe you created some space just by breathing and focusing on your breath today. And just have faith and trust in the process. That our bodies sometimes need to have a rest, and sometimes they tell us in really annoying ways. but listening to our bodies as a gift and a challenge, all in the same. So if you made it to your mat today, even when you really didn't feel like it, give yourself some gratitude. Turn your palms up to face the sky, to receive healing energy from the universe. And visualize that energy coming into your body. I know it sounds hokey, but visualization does so many things for our mind and our body, especially when our mind and body are working together instead of against each other. So just let it happen. It won't kill you. And then with your palms facing up towards the sky, bring them out to the side and gather all the energy up, all the rest of the energy up, and pull it down. Instead of in prayer, have an orb in front of your heart and gather all that energy. And then press it into your soul, into your heart. Press your palms into your chest and take one big deep breath into your palms. Rise. Exhale. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you feel a little bit better today. Namaste.